It may sound shocking, but I don't believe in trash cans anymore. Let's just litter. Hashtag 2020. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Peace.
Wait. Before you click away, that was a joke. This video is definitely not promoting you or anyone else to litter. Instead, this video is promoting the importance of repurposing, recycling, reducing, reusing, and everything in between. Think about the quote, "Trash is just resources in the wrong place at the wrong time." To illustrate this, I took a trip to some local trash cans and looked through. And I thought about some ways we can reduce the amount of trash we are sending to the landfill. In this trash can, there is a bottle of spray cleaner. 7th generation, of course. And it makes me just ask, why are people not recycling? This bottle has a number 2 recycle sign right on it. And in this community, as well as most others, that is totally recyclable. Better yet, why not repurpose this bottle for making your own homemade, completely natural, DIY, all-purpose cleaner? If you want to see a video on that, subscribe, comment below, and you can see one. That would save a ton of energy. Spray bottles are unfortunately kind of hard to recycle just because they have a mix of plastic. So it's really important to not risk them going to either a landfill or a recycling location, because even the things you attempt to recycle might just end up in the landfill anyways. Even worse, I think this bottle still has some drops of cleaner in it. So that is just totally sad. Definitely don't throw away something with even more resources in it. Throwing away chemicals will just make leachate more toxic. Leachate is the liquid that collects in landfills and is really bad for the environment. So instead of buying more and more cleaner and just sending it to a landfill, to a recycling place, whatever you're doing with it, just make your own. That's really the key for this one. Next, there is a BandAid. How lovely. First of all, I only use BandAids when absolutely necessary. And that's something we can all decide for ourselves. But if I'm not gushing blood, I don't need a BandAid. Now, I'm not going to tell you repurpose a BandAid and eat it or something. No, especially because Band-Aids can easily spread diseases. But there are things you can do before buying Band-Aids to help reduce your waste. You could make your own cloth bandages by using organic cotton or bamboo that will compost. Just use a tissue, again if it's something minor. Buy compostable Band-Aids. Plant-based bandages that can stick to your skin are pretty cool. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them probably anywhere that sells eco-friendly products. Wow, I found a battery. Cool. Unfortunately, batteries have toxins like mercury and lead and many others. So they are unfortunately hard to recycle and throw away, and you really shouldn't throw them away because of those toxins. Instead, there are recycling locations for hazardous waste, such as batteries. Moving forward, I would say use rechargeables. On my house, we collect any unrechargeable used batteries in a bucket and then send them to a recycling location. The bucket we use actually is repurposed itself. About 90% of batteries can actually be recycled and have very valuable resources in them, so it's important to do that. Okay, I found a plastic bag. Just kidding, I wouldn't actually throw it away. Of course, why am I not surprised? But why are people still using these? I suppose during a pandemic it might make a little bit of sense, as getting groceries delivered is obviously the best way to go, safest way. However, if you are going to the store, at least where I live, the ban of reusable bags has been lifted, so we can say goodbye to these and hello to reusables. When we have had to use disposable bags for whatever reason, my family saves them and we take them to a recycling location all at once. We also save them because they can be really handy for being reused. For example, this year my school is making me bring a disposable lunch bag to school every day. So I've been using these plastic bags. I use the same one, don't tell my school, but I reuse the same plastic bag.
and I can use a plastic bag, similar to a field trip or anything where you don't want to take up too much space with carrying something. I know a lot of people who use plastic bags to collect their cats and dogs' poop, and that is a choice. I actually used to do that, but we switched to paper bags so that we could compost them with our compost and our compostable cat litter. Because if you're using a plastic bag, it ultimately ends up in a landfill anyways, just having a second use. Plastic bags can also be handy if you're doing a messy project, or when I go and pick up trash on the street, I like to use plastic bags that I already have instead of buying plastic gloves. Who is putting a water bottle in the trash? Okay, this is the best water bottle I've ever found in a trash, not gonna lie. But what? Are you joking? Like, I constantly see water bottles in the trash and it makes me so upset. First of all, you can tell this water bottle has literally been used once and not been touched. It went right into the trash after. When there is a plastic water bottle that comes across me, I literally use it as many times as I can before my mom will get rid of it, and I yell at her, "Oh my god, Mom." But plastic water bottles can be repurposed for things like a vase for plants. I've seen people use them as storage containers for small little items, or food dispensers. So really just be creative, do some DIYs. There are hundreds, thousands out there. Just go try something, be creative. Then I found some larger items in trash cans, like a basketball that literally just needs some air, bikes, couches on the side of the road, or old or broken electronic devices like TVs or phones even. This is where I really like the quote, "One man's trash is another man's treasure." Some people, one particular couch might not fit the style of their home, so they think about it as trash. Whereas another family might be so desperate for that couch that would be the last place they put it. Or for whatever reason, some people just don't want certain items anymore and put them straight into a landfill instead of trying to sell them secondhand or repurpose them. I'm not gonna assume anything about you, but it's almost like no matter who you are, there's always gonna be someone less fortunate than you who would literally love whatever item you're trying to get rid of. We recently wanted to get rid of some bikes, so we put them on in front of our driveway and said free stuff, and they were taken. It's pretty amazing what people will take for free. For older electronic devices, those too can be handed down to younger people, generations, or older people, generations, or they can be sent to be taken apart and parts can be repurposed for new devices. It really just comes down to using the resources you already have the right way. Lastly, I found plenty of food waste. I hate this. Here in the US, 30 to 40% of waste is food waste. This is an orange peel, and it actually has a sticker on it. Food waste is waste that can be composted, and it has a lot of resources. When people can't see the resources in the core of an apple or the peel of a banana, you know there's a problem. Composting needs to be more widely accessible and commonly known. When food waste breaks down, it gives nutrients to soil and plants. So it's a great reason to start a garden. Just make sure when you do so, you take off the stickers on any of the fruits you're eating. Those can go in the trash, and these can be composted. If you want more information on how to compost, you can comment below. Ultimately, this much trash doesn't need to exist. So with a little creativity, we can save the planet. If you don't feel like going creative, try this. Go zero waste, or at least closer to low waste. Because think about it. If you aren't going to care about littering, who is? It's never okay to litter, but it's also never okay to make unnecessary waste. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment below and subscribe and give it a like and share the video with someone who makes a lot of trash. Until next time, peace.